Okay, hello internet people. I said that I was going to do a breakdown of this, and so I'm going to put a link in the pinned comment to my first watch through of this trailer that was in the VOD. I'm going to watch this all the way through once just kind of refresh my memory, and then we're going to actually get into it. This is insane. All right, let's continue. Yep, we went through this. We're watching him grow up. And we're seeing the cycles just tick up behind him over and over and over. I think it's safe to say that fire is the element of destruction now. I've done the element linking. But then the question becomes, why are we physical when fire is everything else? It's so weird. Why is there that mix-up? They did so good with this. It's beautiful. That silhouette, that's insane.
Are you ready, Nanook? I've brought you destruction!
I'm gonna stop harping on this eventually, because I know a lot of people disagree with me. But I'm gonna explain my rationale today. I still believe that he is going to become Nanook. The song, okay? Hoyo just keeps one-upping themselves. I don't even know where they can go anymore. But they keep finding new places to go. And we've still got 3 more updates in this storyline. He's looking like he's enjoying that. Yep. Zephyro. There's no face there in that blackness. There's definitely some similarities between those two. But it's interesting. He looks fantastic. Okay. This is interesting. This is really interesting after, like, seeing everything. So yeah, if you want to see my first reaction, check the pinned comment. I've seen this at this point, but... His story is 100% not over. Like, 100%. I'm gonna have this song stuck in my head. And he got rid of his other wing. He burned himself to ash. Oh my goodness. He cut Nanook. There's like a fondness in Nanook's eyes there. That's so interesting. Or maybe he was actually nervous and that's relief. It's difficult to like what is Nanook's expression there? I have no clue. It's some kind of either fondness or relief is what I'm thinking.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes.
Who's that voice actor?
If I can't fulfill them,
then send them on to tomorrow.
Who is that voice actor? Okay, now let's do what we usually do. And we're gonna go frame by frame here. As we've been saying. So we've got the ticking upwards, and that there's not a whole lot there. But we're watching him. He's baby. He's teenager. He is young adult. Still running, and we're in the millions. 33,550,300 something. 336. Yeah. What is this space? Is this what Amphoreus looked like? Did he like slash through the sky? 'Cause this is an actual space, yeah? This is an actual like location of some kind. What is this here? What are we seeing? I can't tell. This doesn't look like anything we see on Amphoreus, at least not to me. But then where are we? Is the question. Did we cut through the sky and that's Nanook on the other side? Don't know. I don't know. It's interesting to see. This is whatever this is, it is bleeding. It's that same golden blood that we see everywhere in Amphoreus.
Are you ready, Nanook?
Okay. Something interesting that I think this is a good time to talk about it. The name Nanook, if you have seen my Twitter, I posted something on Twitter like right before I sat down to do this. The name Nanook is the name of a god in the Inuit religion. And Inuit, of course, is like Canada, parts of Alaska, the North Pole. It's that people group. Igloos, polar bears. So you guys know what I'm talking about. But Nanook is one of their gods. It's the name for a polar bear. And I'm going to talk about that more, but the polar bear, they have such an amazing, like, rich concept of the bear around him. And I know that Phainon is not compared to a bear, but he is called Snowy. And what's really interesting is you see in some versions of Inuit religion, which I don't know much. I'm going to put that disclaimer out there. I really don't know much. This is something that I spent half an hour reading through, and I've heard bits and pieces throughout my life of different stuff because the Inuit people are very interesting. But one of the things about their religion is they would kill and consume, make tools, make clothing from the polar bear sometimes, and specifically believed that they would in some way inherit its strength. Which to me sounds very much like these Phainons. It wasn't the same Phainon every single time. From my understanding, as Phainon is passing, going through these cycles, there were times, like we saw in 3.4, where the Phainon from the present cycle would kill the Phainon who had come through several cycles, but would inherit the memory, the core flames, the strength, and keep it all inside. And so in that same way, they were the same person. It is that concept of this world bearing, of this taking on the burdens of someone who has come before you. It's that KEphale concept. And that is connected to Inuit culture and to the Nanook, the polar bear. So, that's fascinating to me. And there's more to, like I said, I'm gonna stop harping about this eventually because I know you guys are tired of hearing about it. But there actually is, if you look into, everything around Nanook, there's a lot of evidence that these two are connected more than they look right now. The name Adlivun is also from Inuit mythology and Inuit religion. And what it is it's the realm of the dead. But it's specifically described as a frozen world. Ice in Star Rail in the frozen world is connected to remembrance, which so is amphoreus. So Adlivin being amphoreus is not really far-fetched. So I don't know. I really don't know where they're going to go with this, but these two are connected. You can't convince me otherwise. From the polar bear thing and the snowy to Adlivin and amphoreus being these frozen worlds and this concept of world bearing, I might make a full video about it, but I pretty much just be repeating what I just said. Let's just keep going here and I'll talk about that when we get to it.
I brought you destruction!
And I turned on captions for you guys. What are these things? What are these things? They look like creatures. They look like mechanical creatures. Oh, other thing that I wanted to say, I know there are a lot of people, and I heard that this was one of Nova Impact's theories. I end up running into Nova Impact's theories in my comment sections all the time. Maybe I should just break down and watch some of their videos. Like I've said before, though, I don't like mixing up other people's theories with my own in my head. That tends to happen whenever I even just watch other people's theories. So I've just decided to generally just not watch other people's theories, cut out that possibility entirely. But apparently it was Nova Impact's theories that Phainon was going to become this Emanator that opposed destruction in the same way that the other Lord Ravagers opposed their respective paths. I don't believe that. I'm going to explain why real quick. And here is the thing. So each of the Lord Ravagers opposes a specific path because destruction is self-destruction, right? That is confirmed now. I think that's confirmed now. The concept behind destruction is the destruction of the self. So what each of the Lord Ravagers is doing is they have taken the energy of a path, they have taken the tactics of a path, and are using it to collapse that established path. There can't be an Emanator that opposes destruction, and it's because for Nanook to fully embody this concept of self-destruction, the only person who actually, according to destruction, can oppose the path of destruction is Nanook herself. Nanook is the person opposing the path of destruction. We have already seen Phainon go back in time and become the person that he is opposing once. We've seen it happen with the Flame Reaver. I think we're going to see it happen again. I think this is also these cycles, I think might also be connected to the path of destruction somehow. And so I'm thinking through it. And I think it still works. It didn't happen the way that I thought it happened. He didn't voluntarily go into amphoreus. But I still think he's Nanook. So let's continue here. After these analyses, I'm gonna just call it a day with the Nanook Phainon theory, I think. But I believe it. Oh wait, I wanted to see what these things were. What are you? I think these things may have to do with... Are those Void Rangers? They don't look like the same Void Rangers that we fight. It's got like horns. It's got that fun little visor looking thing. I don't know. This looks... They all look different. They look distinct. I don't know. Are these Iron Tombs things? Because they've got that red. Good boy. The line, "I've brought you destruction," is insane. Yeah, my boy. Okay, what happened here? He literally, the core flames inside him at this point are hot enough that he is literally catching fire, I'm pretty sure, is what's going on here. What are you fighting, sir? Yeah, that's a Void Ranger. That's very distinctively a Void Ranger. what's this blade? Did it break? It looked like it broke a little while. They've got gold blood too. Interesting. Okay, so, what this looks like is the creatures that get put through, what gives them the golden blood? There's this antimatter engine, that the Lord Ravagers kind of go through and they transform, and it fills in the gaps in what they are, to turn them into these creatures of destruction, is what is kind of implied. That's what we've been told, but it's also not quite clear what that process is that happens. It doesn't really jive with what destruction is, so I'm not sure. But what we're seeing here is that the things that get put through that antimatter engine, they come out with gold blood, is I think the implication. Or rather, that's kind of like the only thing that I can see the gold blood coming from. This is something that they've all experienced. So let's keep going. So he is just absolutely destroying them. They don't stand a chance. He's enjoying this. He's succeeding. And then we've got Zephyro. Let's take a look at this. You see the sky here is not quite as jagged as we saw earlier. I wonder why that is. And also, where is Zephyro coming from, and why him specifically is the question. Zephyro is associated with Annihility. And is the Pale Dawn might be a reference to Zephyro, because Zephyro is specifically the white hole. The white hole. Which I think is a black hole, but it's white. They just changed the color scheme. White holes are actually a scientific concept. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know about it. At least it was something that I spent a lot of time thinking about. They're like the opposite of a black hole. So I don't know, but I'm like, why are you here? Why you? It's got that split outfit in the same way that we see Phainon and Sunday have. Maybe Phainon does become Zephyro too? I don't know. There are a lot of possibilities here, and none of them seem very far-fetched. The face. There's no face. There's no face, and I can't tell whether that's a hood or white hair. And it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Okay, wait. His eyes are fully gold now. You see that? We were watching, like, the core flames, like, turn his eyes, like, slowly golden, but we're like, that's not just fire, and it's like actual, his eyes have they're blazed. They're blazing now. So that's interesting. So now he transforms. I love that form. It's so good. Got his freaking... If you throw another moon at me, I'm gonna lose it. Nah, he throws the moon. And we've got this happening here. That's Iron Tomb stuff. Don't know what's going on there. Don't know about the purple lightning. Looking awesome, Phainon. Good grief. Okay. What are you, sir? And then, yeah, we see the... Yeah, so his wings were actually... It looked like they were just kind of floating there when you see him in his, like his in-game avatar. But in the animation, it looks like, yeah, they're actually attached to, or were. That's not great. It'd be really interesting if he ends up becoming Zephyro and then later becoming Nanook, just through this weird time travel cycle. And that would be especially interesting because that would mean that not only is destruction self-destruction, it's not just that he's destroying himself, it's literally that he's the only enemy he's ever had, you know? Between Nanook, Zephyro, the Flame Reaver, him, it's just him over and over and over again. That'd be so weird. I'm not entirely convinced that's where they're going with the Zephyro bit, but that would be fascinating. That'd be a fun, like, concept for a story. And this is this just nameless people, or do we recognize people in this? It's not just him over and over. It's not like he's done, this is like this him doing this hundreds and hundreds of times. Are these the people he killed, or the people, just the people of Amphoreus? It's difficult to tell. This looks like him. I don't know. I don't know what they're going for here. Fire. He ain't dead. Okay. Angel of Death. Good grief. So it looks like what happened there? Okay, so Zephyro, it looks like the sword, Phainon's sword is sticking out of the ground, and Zephyro, like, hits it to him with his own sword. And Phainon catches it, takes off his wing. So that's his sword there. So it looks like, yeah, Zephyro gets control of Phainon's sword and gets him with it. He's gone supernova. And that's all we get. That's all we get. But hey, if God's complete, right? What I do find interesting is that this happens here, right? But back, come on. It was over here, not here. So is this not the first time he's done this? What's going on here? Or did I just missee which eye we were looking at? No. Oh no, okay, I did. I thought we were looking at, I thought this was his other eye. So yeah, that is exactly where it was. But yeah, there's something, it's almost kind when his eyes just soften, you know? It's like, what is that? Nanook, tell me, what are you feeling in this moment? So as we see it, Phainon crumbles apart. And it's just the kid left there. I am taking this to mean that he did get reborn somehow. By the grace of some Eon, who knows?
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes.
Okay. The idea of wishes is super fascinating. In Star Rail, like, this is the first world that we've been on, that doesn't appear to have a Stellaron. It still might. It still might. We'd have to wait until, it's like we've got 3 more patches. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that could still happen, but the idea of wishes is connected to Stellarons. In a way, Phainon is sort of like a living Stellaron. It's this idea of granting wishes, but also all of the places that we've seen a Stellaron grant a wish, it has gone horribly wrong in this same way. The only Stellaron that hasn't granted a wish that we've seen, as far as we know, is our own, the one that we carry around in our chest. So, in some ways, it feels like we've got this same kind of whatever that Phainon does, is that the Trailblazer doesn't really seem to have a wish of their own. They just enjoy doing stuff. They enjoy helping people. They just enjoy doing stuff. So we and Phainon are in the same category somehow. I'm not sure what to do with that yet. They're obviously cooking. They're obviously cooking with this, which is really cool.
If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them on to tomorrow.
Wow. Okay, so there is another short that got released recently, and I'm also going to watch that. It's like 1 minute long. It's like 1 minute long, so that's not going to take me long at all. And I clicked on it thinking it was this one. Was in for quite a shock. So that's, I'm going to go finish my analysis of that. I hope you guys enjoy this. I will see you guys next week for sure, because there's the Fate collab and I want to do a stream of me playing through that. It's going to be super fun. We get to see Aventurine again. Super cool. But yeah, go watch the second video that I'm going to release either today or tomorrow, I think. So yeah, guys, I'll see you very, very soon. Until next time, stay safe, stay kind. Love you all. Bye!